presidential candidates in Kenya's 2022 election. I am also the party leader of Agano Party. I am here with my running mate, Ruth Mucheru Mutua, and we have a very important statement to make this afternoon, which we will commence. Dear Kenyans, we wish to concede defeat in the presidential elections in the Republic of Kenya of the year 2022, whose verification is ongoing at Bomas. This we are doing after seeing what our performance has been and after deep discussions with our teams in Bomas and consulting widely. We have also with our team been following the ongoing exercise at Bomas and indicate that the figures there are and have consistently and undoubtedly been in favor of His Excellency Dr. Wiliam Ruto, the current serving Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. We have also with our team been following the activities taking place in Bomas and point out that there appears a well-choreographed plan to interfere with the verification process and the results. And we call for a stop to this by all those who are trying to do that. As we concede, which we hereby do, we want to thank our families, our secretariat, our campaign team, and all those who voted and prayed for us. They did not just pray, but they voted. Also, as we concede, we wish to call on IEBC to be firm and steadfast and resolute on its task and mandate and announce the leading winner of the presidential election when that time, in their considered opinion, comes. As we concede, we also endorse the winning trend and the person of His Excellency Dr. Wiliam Ruto as the leading candidate, and urge IEBC to be fervent in declaring his win when it is time to do so. On our part, my running mate and I, we hereby indicate that we will collaborate with His Excellency, the Deputy President, and support him. Not just because he is winning, but also because his manifesto and his many campaign promises agree with ours. Key among those that agree with us, we agree with him on the need to ensure Kenya remains a God-fearing nation. We also agree with him on his pursuit to ensure that freedom of worship for all faiths is maintained. Also, on his promise to ensure that the church and other faiths are protected, and that no religion, let alone the Christian faith, is a kasuba. Finally, and these are just a few, as we concede, some of the other things we agree with him is their stand and his stand on our Christian churches and other faiths' values, and values that are accepted by our African cultures. As the scripture says in Hebrews 11:24-25, and here we paraphrase it, there comes a time when one would rather stand with a person or persons who they share some values with. That time for us, that time for me and my running mate has come. We choose to stand with the side of His Excellency Dr. Wiliam Ruto as the next President of Kenya when the IEBC so announces. Thank you all. God bless you. God bless Kenya. That is the end of our statement, which we will sign, let you have copies, and then we'll take just a few questions because our statement is very self-explanatory. Very well, we can now take just a few questions, and yes, if there are any. Yeah, we can start there, come to that lady, and come to that gentleman in that order. We have faith this far in IBC and how it has conducted this process. It's been fairly transparent. But it's not just about IBC. The systems are captured in law. They have been agreed among its political parties and Kenyans. All the way from the polling station, we know they are known. So it's not even about IBC. IBC has no choice than to implement that which Kenyans have expressed their will to. So we have no issue with that. Our issue, of course, is just what we said a few minutes ago. We particularly what happened last night, you know, the shouting and the threats of use of force and so on. I think it's becoming clear there are people and persons who don't wish to wait until the verification is done and IEBC announces a presidential candidate who has won. So that's our position. Yeah, on your second question, we don't know quite where we are at now. I know we've continued gaining, but we still remain at fourth position, and it's important to start releasing this process so that it can come to a closure. Well, this we do because, like many other Kenyans, and I will say, if I may, media stations, political parties, we have had access to what came from the polling stations, from the counties. And to the best of our information within our party, unless otherwise, His Excellency the Deputy President was leading. Gentlemen, it's your turn. I see. Yes, go ahead. And if you can mention also the media station, we'd be happy to know who is with us. Yes. Let me ask my running mate to answer the first one, but on consulting him, I'll answer that. And then maybe I can add whether we have regrets, whether we should have gone for lesser. I'm sure she can say something because it's something we have discussed.
Well, I wouldn't say there are any regrets. I think in every competition, we agree there's always a winner and a loser. So for us, our stance, there are no regrets. We can only agree that there is a winner to this, and we are conceding to them. Yes.
And on the second question, and you can be sure I agree with her, our dream was valid, is still valid, and there's an African saying, you live to try another day. And most of those positions we have tried. On the second question, whether we have called him, had a conversation with him, the answer is an emphatic no. So it's not because we have had a discussion with him. No, no. Could we have, there was a third one. Yeah, I think that was basically it. Well, we said after consulting, we have consulted, we have followed the process, we have also listened, we have also worked with figures, our own figures. We have started from the poll down there, what happened at the counties and the polling stations. And while IBC will be the final one to announce, let me say those are not figures that anyone will be able to easily change. So those are the foundation. Anything else being done is verification or just to endorse or to firm up those figures. All right? What we have done is we have conceded defeat, and so that which is the way advanced democracies do. Secondly, we have said who it is we feel we would endorse, we would agree with, as to whether finally that's what IBC will announce, we do not know, but from our workings, we'll be very surprised if it announces anybody else, but we'll accept it even then. Thank you. Yes, maybe just one more.
Having an equivocal endorsement and that indicated that the figures are in favor of him, do you think that your statement is talking some, given the country's tense right now, is there risk for some forms of violence, given that probably the IBC will study and announce otherwise? Some people also use the statement to allege rigging.
No. This statement was not to announce the presidential candidate. We cannot announce. That's the work of IBC. But we indicated a position which people are saying. Various persons are saying our so and so is the one who is winning, who is leading, who has won, and nobody can stop them from that. But the final word as to who has won will come from IEBC. And for Kenyans, from where we sit, and Agano, we have just said what we are seeing. We have also said whom we support in the process. We don't know which way it could go. We hope it will end up with this announcement that will be made before Tuesday or by Tuesday. But who knows? We are also saying if it goes beyond that, and probably who knows if there is a runoff, we are also telling you who it is that we will support. So we cannot be stopped from that. And for Kenyans, we'd also like to call for peace from here. And finally, it's IEBC. You can ignore our statement on what we have said, and you are also working on your own figures, but listen to IEBC. It's a final say. Finally, also from Agano, we have conducted a campaign of peace. We are a man and a woman and men and women of peace. Keep that peace. This nation, there is hope for this nation. This nation has a future. This election is gone now. We are just hurrying, unless there is a rerun or a repeat. But there is a nation to take care of, and there is hope for this nation. Thank you very much. God bless you. Would want to stop at that. Please allow us. We have answered then that will be the last one. In
Kikuyu.
Kikuyu. All right. Yes, happily.